Okay, so you guys seen me struggle with these citrus trees, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. So something new that I'm trying, and I'm already seeing great improvement, is we doing a tanglefoot on the trunks of the trees, and it's supposed to prevent the ants. And I'm going to show you where we've got some severe damage, and you've seen me spray nematodes and everything else going on. But this right here, you can see a good deal of the black aphids and stuff. That this is what ants do. They come up and they farm those little aphids, and they drink their secretions. So they're more or less like cows for ants. So anyhow, so we put the cardboard tape around and some tanglefoot around to keep the ants from coming up into the trees and causing all this havoc, which seems to be a viable solution because I'm seeing improvements already. You know, it's going to take a couple of weeks because the ants were biting at the feet of ladybugs and so forth that were landing to eat the aphids. They were protecting the aphids, so it's going to take, I just broke that guy. It's going to take a little while for this to improve. We trimmed a bunch of the bottom off of this one. You can see there's a bunch of ants that got trapped in there, and this one's looking better on the top also. This is a kumquat tree. It's a bicentennial kumquat tree. I wonder what that guy is. Bet you it's a spider of sorts. Huh. That's very, very unusual looking. So yeah, these are soft, but they're not orange yet. I think they turn orange. They're super sour. Right now they'd be good like a, for using as a lemon. But I think they do get sweeter. I was surprised last year they got orange and they wound up being super sweet. So I'm sort of doing a review for the season of my fruit trees. I believe this is a mojo orange, and I really, the orange trees really sprouted up. This one and that one, I believe, are, and I think next year is going to be the orange year, but I haven't really gotten any oranges off of anything, so we're going to see how that goes. Last year, this guy died to nothing. He is a key lime, and I do not expect him to come back. Last year he was huge, and this year this is it. He's a tropical plant, and he don't like the winter here, so we'll see. We'll keep him on as long as he keeps going. And this is another example of all those aphids that get into the trees. And I'm hoping that once that dies down, and you know, the winter season is the season for the flowers and the fruits to set. And it's part of the reason why I'm wanting to address this. This might make me nuts enough that I'll come by and wash them off or something. But I don't see any more ants in a tree. So that's a good thing. I just wish I seen more ladybugs. But, so that's that. We have a few figs out here. This right here is the Australian lime. And we trimmed a lot of bottom brush off of the bottom. Did the same thing with the tanglefoot for the same reasons. But I haven't seen a lot of fruit on this. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 fruit the whole time I've had this tree. I'm hoping that soon we'll get something good going with it, but I don't know. There's another, oh, this is a red lime tree. These are actually limes. These are actually limes. So we got pretty good fruits. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And this, I wanted to show you this. I love the citrus blooms. There's only a couple right here, but how pretty they are. And this one is loaded. This is a Memoirs lemon with lemons. Look at how big that sucker is, and it ain't even yellow yet. I'm thinking once we get a little bit of a cool snap that they'll switch up to yellow. But there's look at all those fruits. There's an amazing amount of fruits this year. I'm very happy with this. I want to get another lemon tree just because I do use lemon in my salads and so forth, and it's always good to have a backup. I'm big into multiple varieties. Maybe the Meyer won't survive, but maybe the Eureka will. So those are just so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And there's another weird thing. I don't know what that is. So yeah, here's a fig out here. No figs on it this year. But this one over here does have figs, if they'll get big enough to eat. That's yet to be seen. It'd probably be a month out on those. Depends on if we got any early spells. This is a Hamlin orange. We had fruit on this last year, so I expect to probably get fruit on it again. And like I said, this year has been a struggle with the aphids and stuff, and you could tell by all the contorted leaves and from the juices being sucked out of them and so forth. So I'm hoping that this Tanglefoot will work, and these trees are really snap to it. I mean, this right here to me looks like it could be a huge, nice new branch on this tree. This, I believe, is a Washington orange. The oranges, like I said, I haven't really gotten much off of yet. A couple of these have stayed small. These are all different varieties of oranges. Now this one right here is sort of a puzzle. I've only gotten 2 fruits on it ever. And these are these 2 huge fruits right here. It feels mushy. It's got that weird scar in there. It's supposed to be a tangerine. But look at how big that is. That is a big fruit for a tangerine. So we're gonna have to wait and see what that guy really is. Or maybe with all the bug damage, we just got really weird big fruit this year. I don't know, but we'll see. These are the grapefruits. I just took the plastic off the bottom that says grapefruits, and they've always done amazingly well with the ants and so forth. Never have had the issue on these trees as we have on some trees. So, but we did the Tanglefoot thing anyways. And let me count the grapefruits. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it on there. 3 grapefruits on that one. This one we got 2 side by side. This one looks like it's getting good soon. One is a flame ruby red, and the other's a ruby red grapefruit. And I plan on planting more grapefruit simply because I love them, and it takes so long for them to start producing a good crop. Anyhow, that is how the citrus trees look in 2020. And I'm hoping next year that they'll be so big they'll be touching leaves somewhere. That is it. Hope you enjoyed walking through the citrus with me.